You just got the answer. And you never left Google. You felt it without knowing what it was. Fewer times you actually click through to a website. More times you get the answer and just stop. You never needed to go anywhere. And that feeling? It has a name now. And some very large numbers behind it. For every 1,000 searches on Google right now, 640 of them end without a single click to any website. Not a slow search. Not a bad search. A successful search. The person got their answer. They just never needed to leave. Something changed. And it happened so slowly, so quietly, that most people are only starting to feel it now. Here's exactly what happened, and who it's already killed. This is not a theory. The data is from this year. And the numbers are not subtle. Business Insider, minus 55% of its search traffic in 3 years. 21% of its staff laid off in response. HuffPost lost half its search referrals in the same period. HubSpot, the marketing company, the one that taught the industry how to do SEO, 70 to 80% traffic decline. These are not small blogs. These are the companies that built the content playbook for the entire web. This is a real publication. Real journalists. Real stories. And the audience is quietly disappearing, not because the content got worse. Because the traffic source that funded it is being redirected. For 20 years the model worked. Publish content. Google sends traffic. Traffic generates ad revenue. Pay journalists. Repeat. Then 2024. Google rolled out AI overviews to every user in America. And the traffic cliff appeared. And it didn't stop falling. When Google's AI gives you the answer directly, the blue links below it go unclicked 93% of the time. 93%. 93. Every piece of content in those results, researched, written, published, ignored. Because the AI already extracted the value and gave it away. Here is what Google actually built. And it took until now to say it plainly. They did not build a better search engine. They built a destination. One you never need to leave. Google makes $237 billion a year. Almost all of it from advertising. You can only see those ads if you stay on Google. Every second you spend on a third-party website is a second you are not seeing a Google ad. That is the entire incentive structure. An AI overview solved it perfectly. The old model, user clicks a link, leaves Google, Google loses them to someone else's website. The new model, AI answers the question, user stays on Google, user sees Google's ads, Google profits. Publishers built the content. Google extracted the value. And kept the money. This was not a side effect. It was a product decision. Made by the most profitable advertising company in history. And every publisher that built their business on Google traffic built it on a foundation that Google could, and eventually did, remove. The link economy. The invisible financial system that funded 25 years of digital publishing. Simple idea: clicks equal revenue. Advertiser pays per click. Reader clicks from Google. Publisher earns money. Journalist keeps job. When the clicks disappear, everything built on them disappears with them. Business Insider cut 21% of its staff. Chegg, the education platform, lost 49% of its non-subscriber traffic in a single year and filed an antitrust lawsuit against Google. Mail Online reported an 89% click-through rate drop on certain searches and filed a complaint with regulators. These are lawsuits. Real courts. Real money. Real anger. And those are just the ones that made the news. For every Business Insider there are thousands of websites that quietly went dark. Recipe blogs that funded someone's income. Local news sites. Independent tech writers. No lawsuit. No statement. One day the analytics showed near zero. Then the domain expired. Then nothing. Somebody built that. Years of work. A genuine voice. Real value. And the algorithm made it invisible without a notification, without a reason, without a way back. Here is the thing nobody says out loud. Every AI that now answers search queries was trained on human-created content. The same articles. The same blog posts. The same journalism. The same recipe sites. The human web was consumed to build the machine that replaced it. Every publisher who published publicly, every journalist who wrote for search, their work became the training data. The training data became the model. The model replaced the need to visit them. They created the content that trained the machine that made their content invisible. That is not metaphor. That is the exact sequence of events. An Ouroboros. The snake that eats its own tail. The internet generating the content that trains the AI that makes the internet obsolete. And the loop accelerates every day. There is a theory called the dark forest. When an environment becomes noisy, overwhelming, and untrustworthy, organisms retreat into the dark. They find private, quiet places and they stop broadcasting publicly. The internet's version of this is already happening. Newsletters with no algorithm between writer and reader. Discord servers of 50 people who actually know each other. Podcasts that go 3 hours without interruption. Substacks behind paywalls, where the reader pays because they want to, not because they have to. The intimacy is the product. The absence of the algorithm is the feature. The public web is increasingly becoming a machine talking to machines. AI generating content for AI to index so AI can summarize it for people who never visit it. The humans have started leaving. And what they are building in the private spaces, smaller, slower, more intentional, might be the better version of what the internet was always supposed to be. Publishers have a name for what comes next. Google Zero. The point at which Google stops sending any meaningful referral traffic at all. Not a drop. Zero. Some of the largest media companies are already building for that scenario. Not preparing for it. Building for it. Because they believe it is coming. Two internets are forming. One built for machines, AI-generated content indexed by AI, summarized by AI for people who never read the original. One built for humans, chosen, paid for, direct, no algorithm deciding who sees it. The question is which one you are building on. Or building for. The internet isn't dying. It's choosing. Which version survives depends entirely on what people decide to build, support, and pay for in the next 5 years. The open web survived because enough humans chose to build on it, read it, and pay for it. Whether it survives what is coming now is the same choice. Just made by a different generation. If this made you think, share it with someone who hasn't noticed yet.